What's up, guys? Nepenthez here, and welcome back to another episode of I Rate Your Club. It has been a while since we last did the I Rate Your Club. I will be honest, I started getting a little bit bored of rating people's clubs because they were primarily quite the same. Everyone just does the things that are valuable, few SBCs, few upgrade packs, and you know the same sort of teams. Since then, we've obviously gone through a lot of team of the season, this new promo. So I'm hoping for a little bit more variety in the type of teams and such that we're seeing, especially now that we're in, the end of June. The end of June. And so let's start with the first club is CDV FIFA YT. First and foremost, he's got a lot of games under his belt. 1,249 wins, 536 losses. So almost 2,000 games in total. He's currently, well, I don't know. Did he play Foot Champs last week? Let's have a look how he did in Foot Champs last week. Leaderboards, friends, and then previous week, Horny Trumpet. So he doesn't play Champs, or at least didn't play Champs last week and isn't playing Champs this week. Fair enough. I respect it. He's currently in a draft. And how is this draft going for him? Wow, great draft record. So really good player here. So 85 wins from 160 entries, which I think is very respectable. It is such a shame. I've played more draft this year than ever before. And this is the year that EA have done the least with the draft. How fitting is that? It's just crazy. And then in terms of division rivals, obviously having 5 million coins is quite big. It's Division 5. But is that because of objectives? Has he spent a lot of time doing the objectives? So he's almost level 15, which is quite good. So he's done Mendy, just didn't do the plus. Fair enough, don't blame you. He's done Kessie and has done basically everything else that he possibly could. In terms of milestones, nothing has been done with the milestones. Squad battles, so he doesn't play squad battles much. Only 132 wins in squad battles. None of the upgrades available, but completed champs and rivals. So lots of wins in champs and rivals. And then on to the team. So the current team is looking like this. Renato Sanchez up top with Mbappe, regular Mbappe. Interesting. 5 million coins and a regular Mbappe. That is pretty bizarre. Di Maria in there as well. First owner untradeable. Very nice. And Renato Sanchez, first owner untradeable. So I guess he wants to go and build the Sissoko SBC. He's got the Lucas, first owner untradeable. 53 games on that, so probably not from the SBC, probably just from grinding the. Sorry, probably not from the the pack SBC, but from grinding the actual SBC. Is that Sissoko? Did I say Ndombele? I meant Ndombele. My fault. And then Mendy at left back. Obviously, the 93 Mendy is absolutely fantastic. 5-star. And then Benzema, Sergio Ramos, and Eder Militao in there with Lala right back, quite nice, and Ter Stegen in goal as well. Really good bench with a 94 Rashford, the 94 Kessie, Idrissa Gueye, Muller. Interesting, very interesting for me. Is it Gomez? Yeah, sorry, Gomez then, not Morales. See, I can't even get Gomez and Morales right. My bad. Interesting that he doesn't have Ndombele yet, and has base Mbappe, but has 5 million coins. So a fair few things on the trade pile, which is quite nice. No FIFA points there. 3,300 players in the club. Let's just have a look at the first few pages of the club to see what's going on. So not a lot of loans in there. Benzema is the highest rated. Ramos, Di Maria, Kimmich. Was that Ramos first owner untradeable as well? Yeah, so a lot of upgrade packs done on this account. Trent and Ter Stegen. Muller, Rashford, Robertson, Aouar, Depay in there as well. So a lot of French League team of the seasons must have grinded those packs quite a lot. Saul, Idrissa Gueye, great card, that Idrissa Gueye card. I'm a big fan of him. Lucas Moura, that Nani card, brilliant as well. Fuenza Alida, very good as well. But for a lot of players, not a lot of high-level players. Seems like you probably turned a lot of those high-level players in. Overall, for this account, for me personally, I rate this account like a 7. You know, you're not playing champs. You haven't done many objectives. You've got some good coins. You've got a nice squad, but you've got some SBCs you haven't done. You're still using regular Mbappe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't look at this account and think, oh my days, this account is insane. I look at this account and think, this is a sort of account that pretty much anyone could get relatively quickly. The only thing that makes it higher than just a very bang average 5 or 6 is the fact that you have played a lot of games. Your draft record is spectacular, and you've got 5 million coins. So I like that quite a lot. I do like the team as well. Premier League Team of the Season weekend. Well, I wonder what that's there for. And then just for tactics, can't look at custom tactics because he's got the Ndombele card in there. So there you go, guys. That is club number 1. I rate it 7. Let me know what you think down below. Let's move on to account number 2. On to the next account, guys. It was obviously brought to my attention that last account that was a first owner club. And so that is why he was using that Kylian Mbappe, and why he probably had so many French League first owner players, because he was likely looking for the Neymar and Mbappe French League through team of the season. So the next account that we're on, we've got 858 wins, 654 losses. Once again, no qualification for champs. So 1 win out of 12 in the draft. Not the greatest record. I don't really like to rate the club always based on the record. Like, what I'd say is I probably would never take points away from somebody for having a bad record or not winning a lot or anything, but I would always give points for people that are exceptional at the game. So there is no champs played here either on this account for the last 2 weeks. So really fitting tell for EA that a lot of their hardcores are just no longer playing champs, I suppose. Another Division 5 player, very close to Division 4, 2 points away. Let's have a look at the objectives and see what has been completed. So already on level 20, so really, really high leveled here. Lots of objectives done. 6 out of 9 for the Mendy. Just got the win conditions to go. The Summer Heat Mendy, I suppose you're going to be very close to being able to do that now as well. And then other than that, most of it's done. And you can get some easy XP just going playing against a friend to get the the 3,400 that's available there. With regards to milestones, looks like not a lot done here again. Not any 9 foot champs games won ever. Now that is something pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever seen so few foot champs wins on an account. Squad battles only 183 as well, which means you must just absolutely spam rivals unless you've also spammed offline draft, because you don't have many online draft games. No offline draft. That means that this is literally pretty much a Division Rivals only SBC account, a Division Rivals only account. And that is why there's not a single red player in here. And you know what? Even though there's not a single red player in here, this team is still just as good as absolutely anybody's. Further showing the foot champs is an utter waste of time. So the team, we've got Courtois in goal. I like the bench a lot. Perisic looks great. Mendy, Witsel, Kaison, very good. Boetius, Diaby, very nice. Oh, have you got like this could be a rotation squad. This could be a full squad here. Is there a goalkeeper here? No goalkeeper, but Alonso. Oh, only 3 defenders as well. Maybe not. I was thinking maybe he was like running two different squads that you rotate between, but it doesn't look like it. That is a nice bench though. Courtois in goal. Courtois in goal. 536 games on him. Wasn't he quite a late player of the month? Sergio Ramos in there as well. Reguilon in there, 263 games. Eder Militao, Alexandro, very nice. Rodrigo, Emmanuel Petit, Golovin, Kessie, Idrissa Gueye and Mertens. And do you know what this actually is? This team is pretty much as close to a play-to-win team as you could get. Look at the name. Yeah, the Lipsuk Grind. Because he's got all the cards that you could play for, and then a lot of the other SBC cards. And I rate it. So let's have a look at his tactics. Oh, I don't want a squad builder. Let's have a look at this. It's the menu lag. That's the big problem here. Let's have a look at these tactics. So probably 5-3-2, maybe 5-3-2 he plays. Let's have a look if the team's been changed around. Yeah, so he switches into the 5-3-2, I guess, to hold on to some games. Drop back 3 depth. Stay back while attacking on the defenders. So you literally play like an 8-0-2 basically. The 4-2-2, press on heavy touch. So this is more of an offensive formation. Although it doesn't look like he uses that one because Rodrigo and Idrissa Gueye around the wrong way. And then 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Oh, he says he plays 4-1-2-1-2. Fast build up, pressure on heavy touch, 5 depth. Beat Kessie, Gueye, Golovin, Rodrigo, Dries Mertens. Stay forward. Stay forward. I mean, I'm inclined to believe that you start with this formation. But I'm also inclined to believe that you definitely switch to the 5 at the back. Because if you played constant pressure, fast build up all the time with this team, you just get a blip. Maybe you enjoy that. Maybe you just enjoy the open games. So yeah, all in all, I think the club is nice. There's nothing selling. The team is real nice. I like the team a lot. David Villa with 447 goals. I think we've seen already all of the best players. Yeah, definitely like quite low rated in terms of like cards available. That David Villa, he was well ahead of his time when he came out. But yeah, that is almost 500 games, 447 goals, 266 assists. That is brilliant for that card. Overall for this club, I mean, I'm impressed by the fact that there's been no FUT champs. But the fact that you don't play FUT champs definitely puts a marker on, not because you would win or lose, but just because you don't play it. No squad battles, no draft online or offline, really. I think for me, this club is like a 5 out of 10. You know, and I know like a month ago this probably would have been like an 8 out of 10, but I think right now this is a very, very easily obtainable club. And you know, we have a few benchmarks that we rate things on, and I think one of the things that I rate a club on is, would I be desperate to get this club? Compared to what I have or what an average might have, would I be like, oh my god, this club is insane? And the answer for me is no, not really. I think everything in this club right here is very easily obtainable. And so yeah, I'm probably going to go with a 5 on this one. And let's move on to account number 3. All right, guys, on to the third of 4 accounts for today. As I say, I think we're gonna drop this down to 4 accounts per video. I think 5 was just a bit too long. Took the video to about 30 minutes, which isn't really wanted to go to. We're on Tim's account, almost 1,000 wins, 700 losses, so a really good record there. And another person that's got quite high in the season progress. So no Summer Mendy plus as well, but 1 win so far. So that is not bad. Although imagine you get the 93, and then you have to go back to using the 89 to go and get this sort of stuff done. And then other than that, most other stuff pretty much finished off there. Some milestones. So no milestones again. Jesus. So squad battles, only 128. So another low record on squad battles. And then champs and rivals both completed. So we're finally going to see some champ stuff in here. In terms of the online, Tim is currently in Division 4, which is very respectable. 1,242 skill rating and rank 1. So been grinding hard for that Mendy. And then in terms of FUT champions, did he play it last week? Gold 3, so 14 wins with 13 games remaining. So fantastic stuff there. What is that? That's 14-3. I don't blame you for stopping there. And then the week before, 17 wins for the Ultimate Team of the Season picks. Let's see how influential those picks were when we go ahead and have a look at the squad. So there is a Ramos there, which is really nice. He is very, very rare. And there is the Insigne there as well. David and Carvajal. And then the bench is pretty basic, to be fair. Good to see Diaby on there. That Nani card is real nice. I think that's the second time or third time we've seen Witzel in the teams as well. And then let's have a look at the squad. So Jan on black in there, a 97k for a 96 rated card, just crazy. Hakimi there is an untradeable, a nice card, a very nice card. Sergio Ramos, absolutely brilliant as far as the red goes. Eder Militao, very nice as well. The Mendy card there, 35 games already on 93 Ferland Mendy. That is something. 14 games on Perisic, 15 goals and 5 assists, very nice. Luka Modric in there as well with already 133 games on him, and Kessie in there as well with 15 games. We've got Jadon Sancho, a tradable version as well, so not even from the glitched pack. An untradeable Eusebio in there too. 189 games, 198 goals with 69 Kappa assists. And then Lorenzo Insigne, with the lack of goals and assists here, I would assume he gets subbed off at halftime or whatever. What I like about this squad is a very unique red. And then the fact that he's got Mendy, Kessie, and Perisic in here is real cool. You know, these new cards that come out, pop them in the squad. I quite like that a lot. So the squad itself is very nice. And a lot of games played as well. You know, it seems like you're playing more now than before with the games on these players. And let's have a look at the tactics. The tactics, I guess, just a 4-2-3-1. Balance with 4 depth and possession based. I had some good runs with possession myself. Modric and Kessie at CDM, Perisic, Insigne, Sancho, and Eusebio up front. And I would assume Nani gets subbed on for Insigne, Mendy, Eder Militao, Sergio Ramos, and Hakimi in the back line. Stay central, getting behind for Eusebio. Stay forward for Insigne, and there it is. And again, stay forward for Sancho, interestingly. Come back on defense. Balanced as well. That's really interesting. That is really interesting. So balanced on the fullbacks, balanced on the CDMs, but come back on defense on Perisic. That means one of two things. Either he changed his tactics to not get outed as a drop back 1 depth and forgot to change Perisic, or he's figured us something out that nobody else knows that makes come back on defense whilst balanced on everything else, like, strong. You know, like maybe having all of the players balanced, but one player coming back on defense does something good. Balanced and 4 depth as well. So who knows? Who knows? Well, I'll let you guys be the judges. I'm not going to plant any seeds in anybody's heads, but yeah, maybe it's the new meta, so maybe we'll have to try it for ourselves. Couple items on the transfer list, not too much, only 14,000 coins as well. And then in terms of the club, only 822 players, so a pretty bare club in general. Sancho, Oblak, Ramos, and Modric, the big guys. A few 94s in there. But yeah, there really isn't much in this club outside of... I mean, there really isn't much in this club outside of just the main players. And so fair enough. So Coutinho there, 184 games. Nani with 81 games. Diaby any games yet? No games for him yet. But yeah, a very, very bare bones club. I mean, for this kind of club, I think 14-3 is super respectable. You got some nice reds. You got a nice first owner icon. I like the team a lot. I like the fact that Kessie, Perisic, and Mendy are in there. I like the fact that the club, even though it kind of like doesn't bode great for the rating, I like the fact that the club is quite bare. 822, so lots of bronzes and silvers or low tier golds. Low amount of coins. I think I'll go like a 7 on this account. You know, this is a nice account. I think a lot of people would be very happy to trade theirs in for this. So I think I'll go for a 7 on this account. Would be quite fair. Could obviously be improved by a lot more depth in the club, by coins, by cards, and so on and so forth. And could obviously be improved by some more big name players. Like, I don't always want to just go to Neymar's and Mbappe's, Ronaldo's as being like, this is going to make you a 10, because I like the fact that Kessie and Perisic and stuff are in there. But what I will say is that, like, having that 93 Insigne, he's just not it, in my opinion. So I think he's the kind of player that's like, I think he's even there just for chemistry for Kessie as well. I don't even think he gets used. So yeah, I'll give that one a 7. Let's move on to the last account. All right, guys, the final account for today. First of all, 1.3 million coins, 964 wins, 700 losses. So a good record again. Let's start off with the milestones and such. I can't read most of this, but Mendy working on him. Everything else in pretty good order. And then no squad battles again. Only 161. People really just don't play squad battles, do they? And the only completed milestones are champs and rivals. It's crazy. It's crazy how few people do anything other than champs and rivals. So in terms of online, in terms of the draft, what are we looking at with this draft record? So no wins, 15 and 14 as a record from 15 draft entries. And in division rivals, Division 5, very respectable this year. Division 5, rank 1 as well. So lots of grinding for that Mendy card, of course. And then in terms of FUT champs, was there any played last week? So Gold 3 again last week, 15 wins. So potentially 15 wins, 15 losses from last week. So 15 wins with 1 game left. So you're probably 15 wins with 2 games left, pushing for Gold 2. Took that L and then finished on 14. And then the week before also 14. So a Gold 3 player. Hey, and again, this year, Gold 3, very respectable, man. Very respectable. People will knock it and people will mock it, but I think you should be happy if you can get to Gold 3. And here is the team. His team name is I Voted Musa. It would be great of EA, wouldn't it, if they could release the vote counts and just show, hey, this is how close it was or how bad it wasn't or, you know, whatever. And so for the team, so Mendy again, Kessie on the bench, very nice. A bit of a weird team, a weird bench having the Swiss players on there and whatnot. But Joe Gomez, who's obviously way behind the power curve now. Martinez too, and Mane too. They all have Team of the Season cards, hilariously. I wonder if you want to upgrade those to Team of the Seasons. Looking at the team, quite an interesting team. You know, the second time I've seen Coutinho in a squad, and I've never seen him in anyone's squad before, so that's quite surprising. Good return on him as well. Seeing that Perisic in there is very nice. 40, 32, and 21. Another Sancho, untradeable first owner, of course. Probably got him out of that SBC. Jordan Henderson in there as well. Kimmich nice. Richarlison nice. Upamecano and Hummels. For me personally, not the scariest centre-back pairing that I'd ever see. If I came up against them, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, this is going to be trouble. I'd be like, oh, like, you know. But hey, man, you play with who you want to play with. Trent in there as well, very nice. Then Smalling, Sanchez, Kessie, Drogba, very nice. A lot of games on Mane, a lot of games on Mane. A good return on Mane as well, very nice indeed. So the team is quite nice. Let's have a look at the tactics. So a 4-2-3-1 by the looks of things. Pressure on heavy touch. I don't know what that is. That fast build up? It might be fast build up, I don't know. Depth up at 7. Henderson and Kimmich in the CDM, Sancho, Coutinho, Perisic, and Richarlison. I love that, man. I love that, like 5-star Richarlison, 5-star Perisic, 5-star skill moves on Jadon Sancho and Coutinho. That's a good team, and I would look at the instructions here, but I don't really know what it all says. So stay back on it while attacking on the fullbacks. I don't think there's any stay back, balance and stay back on the 2 CDMs. So fair enough. So you know, quite not what I'd say is not a defensive tactic, that's for sure, and I rate that. And I'm sure as a Gold 3 player, and this is why EA just needs to change things in my opinion. I'm sure as a Gold 3 player, if he played that standard FIFA that everyone plays, where it goes 4-2-3-1, drop back 1 depth, come back on defense, and start spamming through balls over the top instead, I'll guarantee you he'd get 17 to 20 wins instead of 14 to 15 wins. Like, that's how much of an impact I believe the tactic makes at that level of FIFA. So credit to him for sticking to his guns and playing attacking football and just taking the L for it. I respect that a lot. I rate that a lot. So here's the club and the first few pages of the club. Hummel, Sancho, Kimmich, Lukaku in there as well. 20 games, 11 goals, 4 assists. Very nice. Some lone icons, which obviously don't really make that much of a difference. And then that Danny Ings in there as well. See, what a waste. This is why I say some of these I'm Gold 2, just a lot of disconnects. Okay, fair enough. A lot of these like SPCs that EA put out are just so useless, aren't they? Maya there, never played with him. Danny Ings, 14 games. The fact there's only 3 goals means it's probably 14 sub appearances. Manuel Neuer's nice. Coutinho, Ian Rush, prime moments. Very nice indeed, but only 3 games. Nani in there as well. Very nice indeed. 90, 30, and 24. For me personally, that Nani is absolutely fantastic. Sterling, Lampard, Campbell. Kind of descends into a few like weaker cards right here. I think overall for this club, I kind of want to go for like a 7 again. I like the tactics. I like the team a lot. It is a bit of a common team. You know, you do see a lot of these players a lot. You see Sancho a lot. You see Richarlison and Henderson a lot. You see Trent quite a lot. I suppose you don't really see Hummels or Kimmich that much. So team creativity is quite nice. Fair bit of coins, fair bit of coins in there. And just a nice club. It's well built out. I think for me personally, I would really enjoy picking up a club like this if I didn't have a club. And so I'll give this, I think this is probably the best of the 4 that we've looked at today. So I'll give it an extra bonus half a point to what I would have given to make sure it looks the best. I'll give this a 7.5 personally. And that is going to be the end of the video. So if you guys enjoyed I Rate Your Club, be free to leave a like on the video. If you want to get involved, twitch.tv/Nepenthez. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.